mission is pretty simple, and it's just to promote peace through our community as kids. And you're going to see that tonight, though we might not have the biggest reach, or as Mr. Prasad spoke, the most amount of money, we're trying to make connections the best way we can, for the kids, by the kids. And that's the motto of Power of Peace. And how do we actually plan on achieving this? Through three major goals. Again, eradicating hunger. We also explained providing better living conditions and enabling kids to succeed in the future. Now, what steps have we taken towards this? The senior members presented our out-of-school activities and our small events, and you're going to see the group leaders continue to present this. But the biggest step that we've taken, in January 2017, the Power of Peace became a nonprofit organization, and now we're filed in. So now with this, we can obviously have companies come and explain how we can spread our reach out by going to companies, but moreoverly, we're able to take better steps because no longer are we a small group of organizations by the kids. We're trying to take as many steps as we can by doing so. But here's a little bit of background history about us. The Power of Peace started in 2013 with 6 major founders, all with just a simple desire to somehow change the world. This includes Abhiram Bhamidipati, Kumar Darsh, Nivi Balaji, Neha Jonnakota, and again, myself, which Trinity and I are one of our graduates of tonight. In 2017, we grew to a group of 23 students, all which we saw in today's Ganesh Prarthana, all with just one simple connection. We wanted to somehow change the world, and this was our avenue to do so. With that being said, I'm going to introduce Abhiram Tirumala and Goutham Padamati to explain your dollars at work.
Hello, my name is Abhiram Tirumala, and a student of the Academy of Aerospace and Engineering. The Power of Peace Group supports several beneficiaries that align with the causes stated earlier. The Atma Vidya Ashram is where Power of Peace Group journey began, and we continue to support them to this day. In addition to the global support that the Power of Peace Group provides, we support a variety of local organizations that align well with our 3 causes as stated earlier. Those include Food Share, the Hole in the Wall Gang Camp, and the Connecticut Children's Medical Center, also known as Ccmc. First, let's talk about the Atma Vidya Ashram. There are 4 undertakings we have at the Atma Vidya Ashram, and these consist of the Gita Ashram, which is an all-boys orphanage, the Saraswati Sanketik Vidyadan, which is a new project where we teach classes using computers, the Charla Susila Old Age Home, which houses elderly people, and the Sivananda Ashram, which is another school and orphanage as well. And with your generous donations from last year, the Power of Peace Group was successful in raising $18,335 for these projects, and this year we hope to support them with more. Now, with that, I'd like to pass it on to my friend Goutham Padamati.
Hi everyone, my name is Goutham Padamati and I am a 10th grader attending Glastonbury High School. Over the years, we've had the honor of adopting 10 kids a year with our $1 a Day program. The $1 a Day program gave these kids their vital food, shelter, and education, which was not given to them earlier. With your support, we hope to increase this number in the future. Since 2013, these 4 kids have been a consistent part of this program. Over the years, we've had the privilege where some of our group members visited the Atma Vidya Ashram and asked their kids what their aspirations were. Some of the responses were police officers, military generals, and computer specialists. Since one of our goals is to enable kids to succeed in the future, this is how our idea of the computer project came to hand. The computer project gave these kids a new source of communication and education. We hope to have continuous support from you guys. Thank you, and I'll hand it off to Abhinav Bhachu and Abhiram Bhamidipati.
Hello everyone, my name is Abhinav Bhachu. I am a 9th grader attending South Windsor High School. The computer project was something that was recently started on request of the Power of Peace Group called as the Saraswati Sanketik Vidyadan. We started this because all the kids who go there go to government schools, and they have to travel 2 hours just to get a formal computer education. That is not fair, and we decided to do something about it. Thus, we started the computer project. With your support, we have been able to provide 6 computers, an internet connection, and a tutor. These classes run every day from 6 to 9 p.m. Also, there were only 4 kids in the project initially, but now that has expanded to 26 kids, and that's amazing. This also connects to one of our goals, which is enabling kids to succeed in the future, because the tutor not only teaches them the basics of computers, but also math and spoken English. And with these basic skills, it enables them to succeed in the future. And finally, we would like to continue with the success of this project, and with your support, we would like to continue this project and expand it. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of the event. Now I'd like to pass it on to Abhiram Bhamidipati.
Hello everyone, my name is Abhiram Bhamidipati, and today I'll talk a little bit about another one of our great beneficiaries, FoodShare. FoodShare is essentially a nonprofit organization that collects and distributes food donations to local communities in need. So some of you might be wondering, why do we support FoodShare? Well, for every 6 people FoodShare serves, 1 is a child, and this aligns heavily with our motto of for the kids, by the kids. FoodShare and the Power of Peace also share a common goal of eradicating hunger, and for this we respect them and we would like to support them further in the future. One of my favorite experiences with FoodShare has to be the volunteer work. When we as a group go to sort food, we have a tangible experience in which we know that the work that we're doing directly benefits those that we're serving. And with your support last year, 2016, we were able to raise $3,200 as well as aid in FoodShare's annual turkey drive. And this equated to about 8,000 meals, or we were able to support 2,000 families. And this could not have been possible with your support, and we hope that it will continue in the future. Now I'd like to call up Jim Palma, who is a community network builder with FoodShare, where he facilitates community-based hunger action teams which develop and implement local solutions to ending hunger in their communities. Previously, Jim has researched and developed public policy at state level, ran his own consulting and insurance practice, and has developed hundreds of local partnerships with neighborhood groups, businesses, schools, and nonprofits. We would now like to invite him to speak a couple of words.
Well, good evening. It's certainly an honor to be here tonight and to witness that wonderful dance reenactment, I guess is the best way. Just an amazing piece of work and culture, and it's just wonderful to be here. My name again is Jim Palma. I do work at FoodShare. It's a privilege to be part of that organization. And as we just heard that FoodShare has been the beneficiary over the past several years of Power of Peace and the wonderful support that you've given us. And on behalf of the 36,000 children that are hungry in our region, I wanted to personally extend their thanks to you for your wonderful and generous support. Many of you know and just heard that FoodShare is a regional food bank for the center part of Connecticut. We receive about 2 or 3 tractor-trailer loads of donated food every single day, and the secret is we didn't order any of it. We have absolutely no idea of what's coming until we actually open up the door. We also receive thousands of pounds of donated produce in our Hartford warehouse every single day. And the only way that we can inspect and process and count all of that food is through the wonderful volunteers that we have. We are blessed with having over 4,000 volunteers working with FoodShare over the course of each year. And again, there are many here in this room, so thank you for that effort. What you may not know is that there are over 127,000 people who lack consistent access to enough food in order to live a healthy life here in the center part of Connecticut. You would think that being a very wealthy state, that would be a small number, when in fact it is such a large number. So we have work to do. And out of that 127,000, 36,000 are children. So there is a lot more work to be done. So FoodShare very quickly works in two very large efforts. One is providing food today. People are hungry today. They need help with that right now. But we also recognize that there needs to be an equal effort on long-term solutions. So I wanted to share with you just a quick example as to one project that FoodShare has been working on that would help in that long-term solution. So several years ago, the city of New Britain had decided that every single child that attends any of their elementary schools would receive breakfast in the classroom. 10 years ago, that was unheard of. And the intention was that children, there would be fewer visits to the nurse. There would be fewer disruptions in the classroom. If you can imagine yourself not having enough food first thing in the morning, you not having a breakfast to start your day, you may be a little fidgety or causing some type of commotion in the classroom. And that is magnified if you haven't had much to eat over the entire weekend and you're coming into class first thing Monday morning. So that was their intention, and they went forward with that. And wonderful things happened. Yes, fewer visits to the nurse, and yes, fewer disruptions. But some other things happened as well. And I don't want to say they were unintended, but they were not entirely sure it was going to happen. But the math test scores went up. And fewer children were suffering from other health ailments. And those, and this is not New Britain specific, but research has taken that information and followed other children around the country and found that as children have, on a consistent basis, eat breakfast every single day, they are less likely to be hungry later as an adult or have other health issues. So it is a wonderful testament to be able to spread that word. So FoodShare works with 20 hunger action teams in various communities around central Connecticut. And one of the messages of those teams is to encourage every single school district to offer school breakfast in the classroom every day for every child. Now, there's a lot of work to be done, but I think with your help and FoodShare's help and the help of our hunger action teams, we're on a long way to getting there. So in closing, I did want to share with you a quote from our president and CEO, Jason Jakubowski, who had hoped to be here but has asked me to be here in his stead. But he asked me to share these words with you. He said, we live in a crazy, war-torn world where violence always seems to take precedence over peaceful dialogue. And during these turbulent times, one of the oldest and greatest acts of peace is feeding one another. I thought I would just repeat that because it just really touched me. We live in a crazy, war-torn world where violence always seems to take precedence over peaceful dialogue. And during these turbulent times, one of the oldest and greatest acts of peace is feeding one another. So on behalf of the children in our region, and for those of you that you support around the world, a wonderful thank you to all of you from FoodShare. And have a pleasant evening.
We'd like to thank Mr. Palma for coming here today to speak a couple of words on behalf of FoodShare. And now we'd like to call up our fellow group leaders to continue on with the presentation. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I'm Kumar Darsh. Now up until now you've heard about two of the major organizations that we support. That's the Atmavidya Ashram and Food Share. But the third organization, personally the closest to my heart, is the Hole in the Wall Gang Camp, as we heard about in Ansonia, Connecticut. Now the Hole in the Wall Gang Camp, as Mr. Justin touched upon, was founded in 1988 by the late great actor Paul Newman. And up until now their purpose has been to provide a different kind of healing to seriously and terminally ill children in the Northeast, around the country, and even now internationally. And they do this through their summer camp opportunities. Now you may ask, why Hole in the Wall? Why does the Power of Peace work with the Hole in the Wall Gang Camp? Well, our personal connection is that as a patient of Connecticut Children's Medical Center, I was a camper at this camp. I was there in the summer of 2007 and 2008. Now, despite my medical condition, for the entirety of my life, I've had amazing opportunities. I've been able to do things that we all take for granted. For example, going to school, making friends, having any opportunities, playing sports. But when I went to this camp for the first time, I was able to think about this and see what it really meant to me. At this camp, the children here, they had never done this before. This camp experience was the first time in their lives. They met new friends, they had lived in a hospital bed for maybe the entirety of their life. They didn't know anyone, they didn't have any opportunities. And being able to witness this wonderful experience with them, even as a 7-year-old, it touched me and it made me realize how fortunate I was. And since then, it has inspired not only me, but the entire Power of Peace group to try and help the Hole in the Wall as much as we can in their endeavors. Now, as you can see here, last year we raised $12,405 for the Hole in the Wall Gang Camp. And as you can see in the picture, this is a brief snapshot of our time there, where we were able to do some of the activities, the ropes course, the zip line with Mr. Justin, and I was able to speak with other people at the camp and see how it's changed since the 10 years that I've been there. In addition to this, we were also, and we're very thankful and very grateful for this, but we were featured in their annual report this year, and we look forward to partnering with them in the future. Now, I pass it on to Rushil, who will talk about one of the organizations that Hole in the Wall works with, the Connecticut Children's Medical Center.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Rushil Yerrabelli. I'm currently a 9th grader attending Conard High School in West Hartford. Another organization the Power of Peace supports is the Connecticut Children's Medical Center. Ccmc, located in Hartford, Connecticut, is one of the largest children's hospitals in the state. This hospital serves children through primary care, emergency services, and surgical care. Many children with life-threatening diseases come to this hospital for the best treatment. The Power of Peace is proud to help these children. Last year, we participated in a toy drive at Ccmc. There, we were able to donate toys to children of all ages as a gift for the holidays. With your support, we were able to donate over $1,400 worth of toys to these children. By helping and supporting these children, we were able to put a smile on their face and make their day. By helping and supporting these children, we are also able to achieve one of our goals, providing children with better living conditions. In doing so, we are building confidence, hope, and aspirations for their future. We look to continue to support CCMC with your support and generous donations. Thank you. I would now like to call the next speakers, Akshatha and you.
Good evening. My name is Akshatha Nair and I am a 9th grader at Hall High School. From 2013 to 2017, the POP group has positively grown. I personally have been through every stage of the POP group. In 2013, I started as a volunteer and in 2015 became a senior member. Today, I am now a group leader. The POP group has taught me so many lessons and I'm proud to be part of a group like this one. Throughout the years, we have also been able to raise more in order to support more beneficiaries. All 4 years, we have donated to the Atmavidya Ashram. In 2014, we also donated some of the raised money to CCMC. In 2015, we donated to the Atmavidya Ashram, as well as Food Share and the Samarthanam Trust Blind School. In 2016, we donated to Food Share, the Hole in the Wall Game Camp, Ccmc, as well as the Abhiram Ashram. With your generous support and donations, you'll be able to raise more and impact more lives. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Neha Jonnakota, and I'm a sophomore attending Glastonbury High School. Throughout the course of the year, we host many events, not only our annual event. One such event is our community events. We hold these community events at various venues, such as in Woodcliff in East Hartford, or the Satyanarayana Temple in Middletown. We host these community events to better spread our cause and tell more people who may not be in our first circle of support, and tell them more about who we are and who we like to help. This directly goes into another thing that we do, which is spreading awareness. We spread awareness through many different types of organizations such as TACT, Millen, and many more. We try to do this by showing people that we want people to know who we are. We sell samosas, we sell snacks. So, for instance, at Millen, we all stood out in the scorching heat, and we sold various different types of snacks to everyone, so they know who we are, and we actually try to make an effort so they know who we are. Another thing that we do is volunteer in our free time. We volunteer at organizations such as Food Share, and we've also volunteered in making sandwiches for the homeless in Bushnell Park. At Food Share, I'm pretty sure that our senior members and our group leaders have talked about. We go and help once every few months, and we just spend a few hours and try to see what we can actually do to help. One last thing that we do throughout the course of the year is a leadership boot camp. We host these boot camps maybe once or twice a year, and these are to better us as members, our leadership skills, and more that we can do when we're interacting with other people. These leadership boot camps serve as an inspiration for us to do more and learn more as a group and build teamwork for each other. Last year, we started expanding as a group. One thing that we decided to do is try to make an organizational structure. We decided that this would be the best thing to do because as more people come, it became more chaotic. So we made an organizational structure starting from volunteers. These volunteers are the crux of our organization. They are the ones who hold this up, and they're the ones that you've seen all around today running around doing errands for us. The next step up are members. These members finally get a first sight into what happens into the background. They get a chance to show who they are in front of everyone and get to actually know how to run an organization. The next step up are senior members. These senior members actually get to take an active part in leadership. The entire community events that we hold during the summer are run by them. They take a great leadership responsibility and are very excited to do this as well. The last step up are our group leaders. Us group leaders, we try to do as much as we can and serve as role models for everyone else. Us as group leaders host this annual event every year and make sure that we try to do the best as we can. Our next group would be the alumni members, which I'll be talking about in the next slide. This year, we're proud to have 2 alumni members. These members are Srinidhi Nair and Bhavana Gunda. Srini is one of our founder members, and she has been with us for 5 years. And Bhavana is one of our group leaders and been with us for 3 years. Both of them have been such great friends for us and been such role models for all of us. We might have fun at times, but when it comes to pop group meetings, they're the one on task. We're so proud to have them be one of our alumni members, and we're so happy to call them onto stage right now. And we wish you the best in all your future endeavors. So I'd now like to felicitate Bhavana Gunda and Srinidhi Nair.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Bhavna Gunda, and I am a senior at South Windsor High School. It has been 3 years since I joined the Power of Peace and their endeavors, and I can honestly say that my involvement has created many changes and many improvements in my life. I joined this group in my sophomore year of high school with aspirations to better our world, and I connected with the Power of Peace's 3 goals: eradicating hunger, improving living conditions, and inspiring kids to succeed in their futures. I'm constantly surrounded by privileged individuals who have clothes on their backs and enough food for more than 3 meals a day. They go to school and they come back home to a loving family in a modest house. It was probably in the 4th or 5th grade that I realized not everyone had lives like I had seen before me, not everyone had the same comforts we did, and I started my endeavor in community service through the Leo Club, Interact Club, National Honor Society, and finally the Power of Peace. Throughout my journey with the Power of Peace, I have learned many different things. One is the importance of friendship and teamwork. Without the people behind me on this stage, none of this work would have been possible. We wouldn't be able to make repairs at the ashram or give the children computers to learn on. We wouldn't be able to pack boxes at food share or pass out sandwiches in the Bushnell. 2 is the importance of awareness. Daisy Buchanan from The Great Gatsby wishes her daughter to be a beautiful little fool so she wouldn't have to experience the pain in this world. But without this awareness, we wouldn't be able to create a change. Living a sheltered life doesn't do any good for us or for the others around us. Living the life of a fool means the 10 kids we have supported at the ashram each year would go unsupported, and the children at Ccmc would have had one less gift at Christmas. 3 is the importance of selflessness and kindness. All of us up on this stage or here in the audience could easily turn the other way and continue on with their lives. Yet we are all here for the sole reason that we want another kid to smile for another day. We could choose to be sitting at home watching a movie or out with friends. Right now at school, I'm missing the senior scavenger hunt with my friends, and I could have easily gone to celebrate my senior year, but I didn't. I'm here on this stage at this podium because every member in the Power of Peace and the parents who support us have taught me that sometimes you have to give something up in order to give to someone else. And that is what everyone here has done today and for these past years. Some people say that it's this generation that will make a difference, and it truly is. We are making changes. We might not be curing cancer or putting an end to global warming, but each day we are one step closer to making the world a better place for all of us. I want to make sure that I'm a part of this change through continuing my efforts in community service, and even once I graduate high school, I will always be a member of the Power of Peace. I would like to thank everyone for coming out today and supporting our cause. I would like to thank my family for always believing in me and supporting me. And I would like to thank the Power of Peace for accepting me and teaching everyone, me included, that kindness matters. Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Srinidhi Nair. I attend Hall High School in the Greater Hartford Academy of Mathematics and Science. Change happens all around us. Yes, this is a known fact, but it is also a fact that people do not usually think about. 4 years ago, my friends and I held our first event. Not all of us knew each other too well, but together we started something that inspires the people around me, and something that inspires me. When I look back at my 13-year-old self, I see nervousness and confusion. Today, when I look at my 17-year-old self, I see courage and confidence. In the 4 years since I have co-founded the Power of Peace, I have transformed myself into a leader. One that understands how others feel and acts accordingly. One that knows how to face an obstacle and guide their team through it. And one that empathizes rather than sympathizes. These characteristics I now possess have and will continue to positively influence my personality. Looking back at my journey, I do not remember the amount we raised or how successful our events were. Rather, I look at the people that have supported this cause and the people who are supported by this cause. Success in this group is not measured by a monetary value. Rather, it is measured by the number of pictures we receive. Yes, I said pictures. Every once in a while, we receive pictures of the students in the ashram. In these pictures, we see bright eyes and wide smiles if they're working on their new computer lab or standing next to their new locker. We can bring all the money in a world to a place, but until we bring them happiness, our efforts are not yet complete. So when I see a picture of students smiling or hard at work, I know that we have climbed yet another step. I will leave you with one final thought. Every year I get asked, why are you doing this? You're so young. This is my favorite question because even though people ask me this all the time, my response continues to develop a deeper meaning. My answer is simple. It was an opportunity I had to take now instead of later. Our society wants young people to believe that their time will come. They want them to believe that their role in the community is limited. But that is not true. Age is merely a number. It is you, the individual, that decides whether they want to take the opportunity now or wait. But if you wait for the opportunity you want and watch the other ones walk by you, when you look back, all you will see are missed chances. I do not want to look back at regrets, so that is why I do this. I sacrifice several weekends throughout the year, spending it with my group instead of with myself. The past 4 years were not perfect, but I do not see any missed opportunities. Instead, I see long-lasting friendship. I see long hours of work that are coming together to benefit the people who need our help. And I see the thankful tears of people who have been positively affected by our group. I cannot guarantee what will happen today or tomorrow, but what has happened in the past is packaged, and I am happy to say that I have spent my 4 years as a co-founder well. For this, I would first like to thank my family for encouraging me and sacrificing their valuable time every day. It is because of them that I am here speaking to you all today. I would like to thank my Power of Peace team for guiding me and standing by me throughout this journey. Whether it is making food for 50 people every meeting or driving us back and forth, your constant dedication has truly inspired me. And finally, I would like to thank you all for your strong support. You are what allows us to make a difference in someone else's life. Today, I am a high school senior who has their first deadline in 3 days. This is the last year that I will be a group leader for the Power of Peace. But no matter where I go or what I do, I will always be a member of this lovely group. Thank you.
Can you put the lights on for the stage?